These are hacks both inside of Premiere Pro and in After Effects. Hack number one, project templates inside of Premiere Pro. So I like to keep my sequences at the top of my folder structure. Command B will create that bin folder. Good little shortcut. 03, I like to put audio in here. 4, we're gonna call this GFX. This is graphics, stills. Sometimes I do color, and then we'll go 7. We're gonna call these extras. So we go to File, and there's a button that says Save as Template. And we're just gonna press save on our project, and we're gonna quit out of Premiere Pro. All right, so new project. I always like to create my titles with the date, the day, the year, underscore, and then the project. All right, and we're gonna save it to our project location. And now you see this little tab called Project Template. We go in here, and you see that it says James Base Folder Structure. I'm gonna click that. I already have everything set up, ready to go. We never need to do it again. Second hack I want to talk about is audio. So I'm gonna import this clip, and I'm gonna drag this audio clip right here into my sequence. And you're gonna hear some sort of background noise. You're gonna hear some slight hissing. All audio clips that I need to remove the little pop. There is a lot of room noise. And if you look in your dialogue menu here, there's a button called Enhance Speech. I'm just gonna click that. So if I play this back now, remove the little pop. That's insane. Let's talk about MGRTS. How's that? All right, so we're inside of After Effects. Command N, I'm gonna create a new comp. We're gonna call this custom MGRT. All right, so we're gonna right click in here. We're gonna create a couple text files. The first thing I wanna do is add a fill property to all of these layers. So I'm just gonna copy this to every one here. And if I press Command on my keyboard and I toil down the little caret, you'll see here our color right now is set to red. And I'm gonna take my little eyedropper tool, bam, right over to the yellow. And I don't wanna actually drag my position all the way off. I might just start it right up here. Right here, I'm gonna right click, and rather than ease both these, I like to ease out my first keyframe and then ease in my second keyframe. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stagger these a little bit. We'll take custom, move this over. All right, and then we're gonna press P on our keyboard. So we'll start like here. We're gonna do the same thing, ease out. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is open up Essential Graphics, okay? So you'll see right here at the top, I wanna actually pull from what we just created. So that's this one right here. We're gonna set the poster frame, and I'm gonna just name this again. I'm gonna go solo supported properties. So everything below that I've just created is a soloed property that we can add to the MGRT. So I'm gonna go to create, and I'm gonna drag the source text. Now we're gonna go to source text custom, and we're gonna go all the way down to MGRT, and we're gonna drag source text create. So now if we just created this MGRT, the only thing we'd be able to change is what it says. But there's more that I wanna add. Okay, I wanna maybe go in and I wanna change the color of these things. So I'm gonna take that fill property that we talked about, okay? And we're gonna drag it under create. We're gonna drag the scale, and then let's maybe grab the opacity. Now, all you're gonna do here is export motion graphics template, save this. Let's pop back into Premiere Pro. We're gonna go to captions and graphics because this is where my MGRTs will be. My MGRT right here is already saved for us. So I'm just gonna drag this on the timeline. And now everything we just did is perfect inside of Premiere Pro. And if I click this, I can now adjust the scale of each of these things. Any property you feel like you wanna bring in, you could. We're gonna stay in captions and graphics because that's what we're gonna be working on here. And I'm gonna go to text. We're gonna go transcribe. It's gonna do its thing in the background. Let's go into captions. We're gonna create captions from transcript. So I like to do a single line instead of a double line. We're gonna take our minimum duration in seconds, and we're gonna drag that all the way down, drag this all the way down as well, and let's press OK. The first thing I like to do is stylize my caption for what I know my look is. I'm gonna go into my window here. I have this font that I like called Gibson, all caps, and then I like to have a background, but I'm gonna pull my libraries up. We're gonna select this one, and then I like to bring this background shadow sort of up to 12 so you still see it. I want this track style to be consistent across the entire caption track, right? So go to track style, create style, and if we do that, so I'm working on a track here is immediately updated. Project right now, and I have all of these clips. Cool. I'm liking the way that's looking. If you go and highlight all these and you go up to graphics and titles, you'll see a button that says upgrade caption to graphic. Just get ready for your mind to explode. And now we have a graphics track that has our captions on it. These are just like different presets that I've purchased and downloaded over the years. And if I drag this on our clip, we can now see that if I play this back, so I now have an animation of that caption track. Last thing I want to talk about is color. We're going to go into our workspace, color, boom, boom. So let's bring the exposure up. Let's go back into our curves. We're gonna add a little bit of contrast. Okay, so I'm gonna take my eyedropper here, click this yellow. Let's pull it up a little bit. Let's say I like this Kodak B that already exists. It's really, really intense. So all I'm gonna do is come in here and press 30. Let's say I want this to always be the consistent look that I go with. All you're gonna do is come up here to Lumetri Color. You're gonna go to the hamburger and you're gonna go export.cube. A cube file is essentially a LUT, a lookup table. You're gonna save it to wherever you have things saved. Quit out of Premiere Pro. All right, so we're gonna go open this up. We have to actually bring it in. We can just find it here and we're good to go. Thank you everyone and have a great rest of the week. Take care everyone.